10.
And there was a good opportunity to just want to ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Champ Bailey. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. The drive begins with a run by Rawls. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Houston. Thomas Rawls, 52 yards. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And those 3 rushing touchdown games in this league, you know darn well, those are hard to come by. They're becoming even harder to come by as the years go by, aren't they?
Isn't that the truth? It doesn't matter what you do in terms of game planning. You may be a run-first team, but you're running against an NFL defense. That's some of the biggest, fastest, best athletes on the planet. Hard to do. Cherish that moment, even as he's eager to add to that total.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Now Breeze looking for his running back, and he's got it. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Breeze will try again on second down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Antonio Brown, 45 yards. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
I know back in the good old days, just about every team was constructed to power run to the right side. We just saw a pitch to the right side that worked pretty well.
It's easier going to the right than the left?
It just used to be very simply that the right side was always the power side. I think that's just one of those old things. I'm not sure it's still the same. But on that play, it certainly felt like we were back to the future.
Yeah, and it worked. Second down following the run. They'll run with Rawls. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell him, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we're going to have to go for the hot dogs.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Breeze now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Welcome back live to Orlando. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the fourth. They got to get to the 23 here on third. Now Breeze on third down. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And now they're in the hurry up. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete here. He was trying to get it to Steve Smith that time. And now it's second down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he's able to bat it away.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll try to run with Rawls. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit, try it that way.
So still 7 yards to go here on third down. It's third and goal. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking their hands were tied, but in the fourth quarter, that field goal, it really might not help them much at all.
Yeah, I mean, you still need a touchdown. Another field goal does you no good, so it'll be interesting to see what the media reaction is if the score stays where it is.
And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Play clock winding down. The busy afternoon continues for Rawls. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense. They come up in an offset eye. They run with a power back. Rawls. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Come on, let's go. Leave run.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's Holmes. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Now here's whistles and another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. This is Walls. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Now, back in my old days, before college, I played a little bit of offense. I used to love to pitch the ball to my backs. How about that pitch right on that play?
Yeah, going right. People run to the right more than to the left, don't they, in real life and in video games?
That is true. A lot of offenses constructed to run to the right side of the line of scrimmage. Those big tackles, usually your power blockers.
They'll hand to Rawls. And some room to work. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Champ Bailey. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.